runs a hand over her bright red hair, which is slicked back into a bun so tight it's making her look permanently surprised. And her hair, and her skin, Grace adds, milk-white hands perched on Abby's slender shoulders. Slash her Greek genes in general, I reply, turning back to watch Talia dance. I'd kill to have some Mediterranean in me. Oh, I bet you'd love to have a Mediterranean in you, Abby says, making her eyebrows dance. Oh my God! Grace covers her ears. Abby, stop! I laugh, stepping forward into the space, my arms open wide. I take a deep breath, lift my chest, and repeat the progression on both sides. Chassé, pas de bourrée, glissade, jeté. It's such a simple exercise. I've been doing it in class like 5 times a week since the dawn of time, but there's something about it that still makes me feel so... I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It makes me feel strong and super masculine, which, let's be honest, I'm not, but also graceful and delicate at the same time. Kind of like I'm showing every part of myself at full volume. It makes me feel lighter than air, like I could jump right through the roof and up into the sky. It makes me feel so... me. I've been dancing at the Gwen Anderson School of Ballet since I was 3 years old. And not only is it by far the best ballet school in Ballarat, it's like my second home. Although I don't know if I can really call it my second home when I spend more time here than at my actual home. And considering my mum died before I started dancing, Miss Gwen is the closest thing I've ever had to a mother, which is kind of weird because she's like 900 years old and possibly a vampire of some kind. When I first started ballet, she was still in good enough shape to demonstrate all the exercises in class, but 13 years later, she's lucky to be able to walk in and out of the studio. I mean, she really should be in a wheelchair by now, but she flat out refuses. Too stubborn, I guess. Her daughter, Miss Prue, teaches all our classes now, but Miss Gwen still insists on coming in and screaming at us from her chair down the front of the studio. Yeah, it's about as fun as it sounds. As I jette past Miss Prue, stick-thin and kind of pinched-looking, she nods in approval. Miss Gwen might not be one to dish out praise, but Miss Prue is the exact opposite. Beautiful, Luca, she calls out as I walk over to the side of the studio. Just beautiful. She knows you're gay, right? Talia says when I arrive beside her. She pulls a hairpin out of her jet-black bun, separates the metal prongs with her teeth, and puts it back in at a different angle. I roll my eyes. Honestly, do you ever stop? Just saying, she's barking up the wrong tree. She's like 40, I reply, pulling the fabric of my unitard up the front of my thighs. And married, and you're literally the worst person I know. You love me. Yeah, remind me why that is again. Miss Gwen claps loudly from where she sits beside the prehistoric stereo system. All right, everyone. Reverence. And for God's sake, try to make it look like it's not causing you physical pain this time, will you? As a class, we move to the centre of the studio and perform our carefully choreographed bows and curtsies, set to a gently tinkling piano track. Thank you, Miss Gwen, we say in unison. Thank you, Miss Prue. Thanks, girls, Miss Prue replies, then smiles at me and adds, and boy. As we start to file out of the studio, Miss Gwen calls my name. I stop and turn around. No, Talia whispers as she slips past me. She doesn't have favourites at all. I ignore her and jog over to Miss Gwen, who stays in her chair gripping its plastic arms with her wrinkled hands. Miss Prue is fiddling with the stereo. This is a big year for you, Luca, Miss Gwen croaks. I nod. ABS auditions are only 6 months and 13 days away, I say. I know. Miss Gwen exhales loudly through her nose. You've got all the potential in the world, Luca, but that counts for nothing if you don't put in the work. Yes, Miss Gwen. I know what you boys are like. Her top lip curls up at the side. I've watched it happen over and over. You turn 16 and you lose focus. You lose your drive. You don't like ballet.